So you built a construction company, you sold it. So how did you feel after you sold that? Was it like, hey, I don't have a purpose now? Was it like, thank God, let's move on to something?
Yeah. Well, let me tell you about some of the deals. So I got offered a considerable amount more than I sold my company for by a private equity firm. But I didn't have confidence that they could take the company and scale it without hurting it, destroying it. Well, then I would have people that they could scale this and the culture would be great. They could take the legacy and build upon it, but the money's not worth it. I'm generating X number of dollars in net income a year.
Right.
I do the math, simple multiple, math doesn't work. Well, so then I ran into a solution. I was going, well, if one of my goals is to sell, but to make sure the legacy is intact, how much more important is legacy than monetization?
Yeah.
Am I willing to take a little less to make sure the legacy is intact and can be scaled?
Yeah.
And then do I have confidence that if the legacy is left in place, I take a little less money off the table, can they scale it to a level that I would want to? And I tell you that, one of our goals with that company is to scale it to 150, 180 million. And then, there's the potential for the folks that bought it, which two of them were actually people that helped me build the company. So that helped me a little bit with the culture piece. Is there enough chutzpah, if you will, to make that a reality? And then if so, okay, how much do I believe in it? So the question became, that's my filtering process. How much do I believe in it? How much do I believe that they can execute? Okay. A couple of really great guys walked through thick and thin with me many, many times, but they've never built and scaled a company to well over 9 figures. Okay. That's going to be an issue because I have the most experience in the company. So if I exit, what does that mean? Okay. So great. All right. Well, I'm gonna go find a couple other key parties to put at the table. Both people had scaled 9-figure plus companies. And I created an environment, an ecosystem, if you will, of personal accountability and excellence. So I knew that the earlier guys maybe pulled across the finish line on some things, and the guys who are already used to scaling would need to know the business operations to kind of pull them back. So you always had baseline center. So for me, it was always about how confident I was in can they execute. Once I had complete confidence that they could execute, I was more than willing to stay involved as an equity partner, along with being a board chair and obviously helping guide them whenever they needed it.